How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good, nice meeting you.
Delia. So you're live. Thank you very much for joining.
I'm live. Let me see if I can share my screen actually before I go live. In case I'm
You're live already. Sorry.
Okay, there you go. No worries.
David, you're
Post
still
disable
on.
participant screen sharing. So you need to disable the screen sharing for me.
I have to enable screen sharing. 1 second.
Yes, as host disable participate screen sharing.
Okay, I gave you co-host permission. Now you should be able to screen share.
There you go.
So may I introduce Delia first?
Sorry?
Oh. May I introduce you?
Of course,
Okay. Delia works
Please.
with CKC.Fund. She is a former fund administrator from BlackRock. She had over $2 billion under management and a really impressive resume. Like, I don't know where to start, from schools to everything. So can you tell a little bit about yourself before you go in the presentation?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the introduction. Yes, hello everyone. So I'm Delia Sabau. I'm the head of portfolio and risk management at CKC.Fund. So I spent the last 20 years in the financial service industries, starting literally from banking, consumer credit, and then going into the asset management and hedge funds. Starting at BlackRock first, the equity research, and then managing the US hedge fund. And later on, I moved to a smaller hedge fund where I manage more global institutional funds. So yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell what I did as far as my experience. I'm really excited now to be at the CKC.Fund, and yeah, so I think we have a really nice presentation. Hopefully, everybody's going to enjoy. I think it fits perfectly with the prior panel discussion. So let me just go through this. So yeah, so over the next half an hour, we are going to explore the intersection of AI and the digital asset space. Specifically, we'll explore the various cases of AI in the blockchain ecosystem. So both blockchain and AI are changing the financial industry landscape. So AI can process data exponentially faster than humans can. And it also allows financial institutions to leverage vast amounts of data to extract more insights and automate repetitive tasks. On the other hand, you have blockchain, which is also disrupting the financial industry with more transparency and access to financial markets through decentralized finance, or DeFi, and the smart contracts. So as more decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs, are launched, the more will be forced to rethink the existing of centralized financial systems. So what do blockchain and AI have in common? Not much, actually. They're both leading today's technology innovation, and that's why you hear about both of them, right and left. They have each of them many use cases, but otherwise blockchain and AI act entirely differently. As you could see from the slide, blockchain acts as a secure storage and is decentralized, tamper-proof, and transparent. And AI, on the other hand, is the processor of massive amounts of data and is typically centralized, fast-evolving, and opaque. So while blockchain struggles with scalability and efficiency, AI struggles with transparency and privacy. Which makes the two technologies the perfect match because each can address the other weaknesses. So blockchain provides the trust, privacy, and accountability to AI, while AI provides the scalability, efficiency, and securities. So combining blockchain and AI can allow for synergies in both scale and efficiencies. So currently, there are a handful of AI use cases in the blockchain ecosystem. However, it's crucial to note that we are still in very early stages of development and more work needs to be done for a widespread adoption, especially regarding the use of AI in the blockchain applications. So if we divide that by sectors, within the DeFi sectors, we have seen AI being used to augment the smart contract audit process, facilitate trade automation, and be paired with predictive analytics for more accurate forecasts. In the NFT and the Metaverse space, AI has enabled generative art creation, allow for intelligent and interactive NFTs, and provided tools to improve Metaverse experience. And on the other hand, DAOs, which are the decentralized autonomous organizations, have also integrated AI to improve manual DAO operations. They're using autonomous agents to act as delegates for token holders and using AI to power the central AI smart contract. So this is not an exhaustive kind of list of use cases or projects utilizing AI in the digital asset space, but it serves as examples of how those technologies have been adopted today. One other thing I wanted to add here is that the mention of specific projects does not constitute endorsement or recommendation by the CKC.Fund. Please do additional due diligence to better understand the project and associated risks. Okay, so with that behind us, let's go over some use cases. So the first use case is smart contract audits. So smart contract audits involve, as many of you know, a comprehensive inspections and analysis of smart contract codes to identify potential vulnerabilities in the system. So audits act as preventive measures for projects across all sectors of the blockchain ecosystem. They're especially important for DeFi projects, given the amount of funds secured in smart contracts. So we hear a lot about hacks right and left, especially last year, and they all, or most of them, have happened in the DeFi space. So AI can be used to augment the smart contract audit process. So for example, AI tools can be used during the initial screening stage to analyze the code and identify potential red flags. So essentially what AI does, it can serve as an additional pair of eyes in the smart contract audit process. So as a case study, let's look at ChatGPT, which is a large language model developed by OpenAI. I'm sure that everyone here heard about them. So now, on the other hand, you have Z Casino, which is a decentralized betting platform, and it used ChatGPT for pre-audit, while using CertiK, which is one of the top blockchain security company, as an auditor. So ChatGPT correctly cited several common security concerns. However, it failed to identify certain serious security issues that CertiK pointed out, as you can see from this table. The next use case looks at the intelligent trade automation. So DeFi offers traders plenty of trading opportunities. However, monitoring positions 24/7 is difficult and time-consuming, especially during times of market volatility. Consider now a scenario where you can engage an autonomous agent to monitor your positions, manage risk, and take profits based on rules you set. So of course, you'll tell me that trading bots are not new, but additional features and more sophisticated tools are getting increasingly possible with the development of AI and the integration with the DeFi dApps. And this is where the AI could actually add value in the future. So let's look at a case study here, and let's look at the Fetch.ai, which is a decentralized platform that combines AI and blockchain technology to create intelligent and autonomous agents that can perform a wide variety of tasks, from simple data analysis to complex machine learning algorithms. So one of the earliest dApps deployed by Fetch.ai's technology was BotSwap. So with BotSwap, users can create autonomous agents to manage, protect crypto assets by responding quickly to excessive impairment losses, which we all know it's a huge problem in decentralized exchanges in the DEXs. So for example, liquidity providers can define a trigger price for a token pair, and if breached, the liquidity is automatically withdrawn from the pool, eliminating any potential loss that you can have.
Delia?
Yes?
You were frozen for a moment.
Oh, is my internet? Am I good now?
Yeah, now you're good.
Okay, sorry.
It's a little choppy. Maybe try turning your, well, no, it still was a little choppy.
My video. Is it okay if I stop video? Let's see if that works better.
Might be.
Okay. So let's try. Carl, please stop me if it's still choppy. So the last use case for the DeFi sector looks at predictive analytics. So predictive analytics uses data, statistics, and machine learning techniques to identify future outcomes and forecast trends. So on pair with AI, it can help analyze large amounts of on-chain data to predict token price movements and automate trading. So price predictions can also be used in DeFi projects, such as over-collateralized lending protocols or stablecoin projects, and they can adjust the collateral ratio and maximize capital efficiency. So this will also prevent cascading liquidity risk during market crashes. So an alternative case that I'm very passionate about could be in the risk management, where historical data is identified is used to analyze and identify risk patterns. So in this case, AI can rebalance the portfolio or provide suggestions to mitigate potential risks. So in this case, let's look at Ocean Protocol, which is an ecosystem of open source data sharing tools for the blockchain, where users work with data and build AI models or simple machine learning models. So with that, those models can be monetized and sold to users who can use the data for their intended purposes. So now let's move into the NFT sector with the first case study that looks at generative art. So several NFT projects have utilized AI to create generative art, which is achieved by putting in place a set of rules or constraints, such as patterns, colors, shapes, and the AI will generate the artwork based on this framework. So a case study here is Autoglyphs, which is a generative art NFT project that was launched in 2019 by Larva Labs, the creator behind CryptoPunks. So each piece is unique and created by code running on the Ethereum blockchain. The art is stored inside the smart contract of each NFT. And you could actually see some of the art samples here on the slide. It looks really cool. The next use case has a huge impact in the gaming industry by elevating NFTs with intelligence and interactivity. So imagine being able to turn your static NFT into an intelligent NFT or INFT that can communicate, that you can communicate with, and it can respond to you. So in essence, an INFT brings to life the underlying NFT by using the generative power of AI. So INFTs can analyze data to learn and evolve their personality based on real-time interactions. So AI enables the INFT to absorb new metadata and shape its future interactions and personality. So this can have profound implications for Web3 gaming and the future of Metaverse, where in-game characteristics are significantly more interactive and conversations become more lifelike. So the example here is Alethea AI, which is the R&D company building at the interactions of generative AI and blockchain. It is developing a decentralized, intelligent NFT protocol that will allow anyone to create INFTs that can be used in dApps on the protocol. So for example, here Alethea AI team has created a metaverse called Noah's Ark. And INFTs can be created by fusing a personality pod with the NFT. So personality pods are ERC-721 assets that represent the on-chain personality traits and intelligence level of the INFTs. The last use case for the NFT sector improves the metaverse experience. So AI has the potential to significantly improve user experience in virtual worlds by creating a more interactive and immersive environment. So through the use of voice AI and natural language processing, AI enable non-player characters or NPCs to act as chatbots to engage and communicate with players in a more realistic manner. So this is not a new technology, and we are all very familiar with this through the use of kind of Apple's Siri or Amazon's Alexa. But there is another new component at the metaverse experience, which lies with the visual aspect. So this lifelike digital avatar that can mimic physical traits and movements are also possible through the AI models that scan the 2D and the 3D images to create them. So in this case, Sophia's Age of Singularities, or SAOS Metaverse, is a very interesting project. If you haven't heard about that, please take a look and read a little bit more about that. So it's a project built around Sophia, which is a social robot powered by AI. So with a human-like face, Sophia has conducted one-on-one meetings with leaders of 17 nations, appeared on the cover of 10 magazines, become the first robot passport holder, and has filed 12 patents. And think about it, this is just the beginning. So now let's move to the DAOs. This is the last sector that we are going to cover. So here, I like to kind of give some examples of how AI can revolutionize this sector. So the first use case here looks at ways to improve the DAO operations. So running a DAO can be operationally challenging and involves many tedious tasks. So in a DAO study conducted by Bankless, it was found that 62% of DAO's members' time was spent on keeping the lights on activities, such as creating marketing material, summarizing governance decisions, and producing educational content. So AI enables DAO members to spend less time on tedious tasks and focus more on the strategic purpose. So by using, in this case, DALL-E for DAO marketing or graphics, and using ChatGPT for governance proposals or summaries, DAO contributors can end up spending more time focusing on creating value. So overall is a net benefit for everyone because people will get to work in more fulfilling roles, even at the very early stages of their careers. So this picture here was created on DALL-E as a marketing content for one of their DAOs. The next case looks at the creation of autonomous agents that act as token holders. So decision-making within DAOs should be democratic and decentralized. This means that every member of a DAO has a voice, However, a 2022 study on a few of the largest DAOs shows that average engagement per proposal averages under 5%. 5%. So the lack of voter participation within DAOs not only limits the efficiency of decision-making within the DAO, but could serve as a potential centralization risk if only a small subset of the DAO's members engage in the voting process, right? So by having autonomous agents that act as delegates for token holders, voter participation within the DAO can increase and the speed of decision-making can actually accelerate. So in this case, we are looking at Valory, which has an app which is called Governator. I think I pronounced it correctly. Where DAO members technically no longer need to read the governance proposals or even vote to engage in their DAO's governance process. So instead, the members can use governators to delegate their governance tokens to a governator address. So after that, they can decide whether they want governator to vote in a way that is can be often aligned with a consensus, or in a way that can often goes against consensus. So with the use of the AI, the app can actually learn your voting style, and then when new proposal arise, the governance tokens will be allocated on behalf of the DAO members accordingly. Please keep in mind, this is very, very early in the developments, but it has huge potential in democratizing and decentralizing the current DAO governance. The last use case I'm going to talk about is using AI at the center of a DAO. So the central smart contract of a DAO services at its technical backbone. Especially the smart contract defines the rules of the organization, holds the DAO's treasury, and spends DAO funds accordingly to DAO's members' decision. So with the integration of AI, the DAO central smart contract can consume resources, provide recommendations, and make decisions. So in this case, we looked at Singularity DAO, which is a DAO that uses AI to allocate assets and manage the portfolio of token holders. So the main purpose is to govern its native crypto product, which is the dynasets, which are the baskets of crypto assets that are managed via AI models. So in this case, token holders can stake the DAO governance token to participate in decision regarding the configuration of the training or the training of the AI model, managing those dynasets. So I should make a note here that Singularity DAO is not the perfect case study for a DAO with an AI-powered central contract, as the governance and the decision-making of the DAO are still manually controlled by humans. But this one is the most advanced models out there. Now, integrated AI in the digital asset space opens up huge possibilities regarding potential use cases, and of course offers alternatives to existing solutions. However, it is crucial to note that while the concept use cases may seem very interesting, AI and blockchain projects have generally not achieved widespread adoption at this moment. So the relatively low level of adoption suggests that such projects may be nice to have, but not absolutely necessary right now. So however, emerging technologies, as we all know, take time to develop, and with time, we'll likely be able to iron out all the problems and all the frictions. So to provide some perspective on those possibilities, I thought I should leave you with some quotes from some of the blockchain leaders. So the first one is coming from the founder of Near Protocol, talking about personalized crypto applications, which will be the result of combining open source code with generative AI capabilities. Next one comes from the co-founder of Sandbox, which emphasizes the impact of AI in Metaverse, especially on the cost-cutting side and ease of new developments, which removes the need to create every aspect of the Metaverse environment. Last quote comes from the founder of OpenOcean, which looks at the future of DAOs and how AI-powered smart contracts would communicate with each other, allocate resources, and make management decisions. So that's all I had for today. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you very much. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any follow-up questions. You can find us on all social media channels. And you can also, let me turn this on. And you can also find me on LinkedIn or Twitter, or even by email at Delia@CKC.Fund. Thank you.